going. Big shadow style, look at that. Obviously the sun is at our back. Kind of a cool effect, huh? We're driving in our own shadow. It's actually kind of cool. Going straight to the beach. Just got to get propane, gasoline, and really don't need anything else, but we're probably going to stop at Walmart. I've got an 1/8 tank of gas, which is plenty to get to town. I had a really bad dream about my transmission. Because one of my favorite YouTubers, Matty Van Halen, his transmission just went out. And he had to buy a new transmission. Because it was almost the same price to buy a new one as it is to rebuild an old one. So that's kind of where we're at. I've been listening to my transmission real closely. And it's smooth as butter, but I think I'm going to do a transmission flush anyway. Blah blah. So as you can see, we are on the road. It's a beautiful day. Like, yeah. All I gotta do is keep it between the lines, and I don't pay attention to my speed. I go however fast I want. And if somebody's behind me and they're in a hurry, then they can read the sign that says tow away zone on my truck. And it's a motorhome. Come on. Like, even when I was driving a little race car and I came up behind a motorhome, I knew I was behind a motorhome. So you're not going to make it go any faster. Well, now I'm that guy. So instead of being behind me, well, I guess I am still behind me in my truck, but I'm tailgating myself. But yeah, it's all hooked up. It's right there. You can tell this is old families that have been here. Like, you can see that was a clear cut somebody bought years ago. They replanted it, and then when it grows up, I think they can harvest it and sell it and make money. I don't know how it works, but look here, you can see if you look right here. See how that's all replanted baby trees? So Weyerhaeuser comes through and takes down all the big trees. I don't know how it works. I'm not going to pretend. That right there on the right is like an RV junkyard, which I've been giving a lot of thought about. See, look, this guy's tailgating me, and he's like kind of frustrated, but dude, I'm in a motorhome and I'm towing. So not to mention, I'm not in a hurry. I've got all the time in the world right now. The more of a hurry I'm in, the more of a chance I have of something I don't want happening. Anyway, I absolutely love my home on wheels. I am so grateful. I have 10 new tires. Just changed the oil before I took off on this trip. And I really haven't even gone more than 1,000 or 2,000 miles, but about due for an oil change. Transmission flush. I'm going to replace the brakes. Do a little maintenance because, again, this is my home. Kind of like the roof. That's preventative. Damn. What the hell? like letting everything warm up before I get up to highway speed. But there is a truck on my ass. Forgot the Starlink, and the reason being is I haven't used Starlink in a long time. Like, I only used it when I didn't have cell phone service, but now I'm glamping and I want to be able to watch some things in 4K. You know. It is to change the spark plugs on this thing. I need a good mechanic that I can trust. You know what I mean? Somebody that can just eyeball everything. Oh, look at that. You can see that on Google. That highway transmission lines. They clear cut on both sides of it. You can see they did down this one too. Gas stations used to check your fluids if you wanted. They'd pop your trunk and they'd check your oil and check your fluids. Man, that was a really long time ago. It's hard to believe that I remember that, because I must have been like knee high. I remember these roadwork signs. There's never anybody there. Except today, go figure, right? What is today, Friday? Oh. Alright, cool. He's giving me the slow. Right, cool. Hang in there, bro. You know, those road workers really do have it made. Like, if they can stick with the union or whatever for 20 years, like, they get the golden parachute retirement. You know, not your Social Security retirement, like your full-on pension. Walk lane. It's so weird having the sun behind me. Being able to see that big, huge shadow. Horses out here. Horses and single wides. I bet you they're all Mormon. There, I said it. Sad. I've seen it a bunch all over this country. I'm just saying. It's a cult. And you know what? So be it. You know, what am I going to do about it? All I know is what I learned in Colorado City, Arizona. Look it up. That guy had like 58 wives. They still come and visit him in prison after he had sex with every one of their children. Yeah, pretty messed up stuff, but hey, look at what's going on with Epstein. Apparently, it's just normal. They probably all go to the same temple. I'm starting to get really disgusted with all of it. Like, I understand you're a billionaire. You sold a bunch of Microsoft computers and virus updates because you got herpes. That's really messed up, man. You're gonna vaccinate the whole world because you slept with a Russian hooker. Anyway, whatever. I remember in San Diego and Sacramento, that's what all the conventions, you know, those people go to the convention center. They're here from Louisiana. Their wife and kids are at home. They flew out here for a software convention, and next thing you know, they're at the strip club. They're getting escorts, and their wife knows nothing. It's so sad. Look at that one house up there all by itself. And then down here, they got all the goyim. There's all the inbreds and the half-breds and the ones that didn't show up on Saturdays to take your trash out. Isn't that sad? I think it's sad. Now, I thought the feral gas was right up here somewhere, so go figure. Trailer parks, Dollar General, and I bet you there's a temple around here. You know what else I noticed? Almost every Mormon church all over the country has a mobile police thing. Alrighty, well, we're here. We're in Centralia. And I'm just gonna go ahead and make a right, because I don't know where the hell I am. But hey, Centralia welcomes you. And now that I think about it, the Feral Gas was on that other road, Gold Fork Road. You know, I really got to watch my mouth because people live here. They've lived here their whole life. Their whole family has lived here their whole family's life. And you know what? Can't really say anything. What are they supposed to do? Alright, we are not getting gas there because that's insane. I am going to go ahead and end this, put on navigation, and head to Walmart.